podcast and our first episode ever on our podcast, I would like to discuss a tool that is definitely going to start moving in the direction of revolutionizing the use of technology in classrooms everywhere. I'm sure some of you have heard of it. It is called Google Classroom. So, the reason we're discussing this today is this is the first of a three-part series where we're going to be talking about different aspects of how anyone can learn and why anyone can learn. And we're going to discuss those tools going through each one of those concepts over the next few weeks. So, buckle up, enjoy the ride, and ask questions because I do. So let's talk about Google Classroom. So I don't know about most of you, but I really wasn't aware of it. I am a parent of 5 kids, 12 and under. I got my first experience with Google Classroom when I started going to this class. Basically, it's called Integrating Technology with Education, or Integrating Education with Technology. It's one of those two. But it was a really, really cool class that I was involved in that focused a lot about how to integrate different aspects of technology within the educational system and within your own personal classroom as well. I am a future teacher and, I hope to be a future teacher in the special education department, minoring in elementary education, language arts. So communication for me is highly important. The only thing that I would say fell kind of short is I don't think that schools really paid attention to the fact that not all parents are tech savvy. We don't all know how to use the internet and know how to use a computer. I do. I'm not saying I don't, but I do know a lot of people who don't. But when Google Classroom was introduced, it was introduced in my classroom, like within my school setting. It was not introduced properly when my children started using the program. A little disappointing, only because of the fact that when your school starts using a program where you have all of these wonderful tools, not only to communicate with each other, but to communicate, with the school itself, to be able to review assignments, post comments, so on and so forth, view grades. I think it's a really valuable tool. So I'm definitely going to start learning a lot more about it and doing a lot more research. There are so many other tools that I actually found out about this year, and we'll go over each one of them. But just to kind of shout them out there, like Sploder, that is an extremely cool program where you can integrate, creating video games and incorporating them into lessons that you never really intended that you could use them for. Like I just created a lesson plan where you create a Sploder game, and that applied to language arts. So it was an amazing experience, and we'll talk about that in a future episode. And then another program is Kahoot. I just learned about Kahoot, and Kahoot is a really cool interactive way for students to have really awesome, proactive type of competition between each other. Where there really isn't like true prizes. The teacher can give out like kind of cool rewards, I guess. But it was really more focused on the fact that the student was proud of themselves for knowing the material. And I thought that was really extremely amazing. So anyway, let's get back to Google Classroom. So Google Classroom can be a little bit confusing. There's a lot of different parts to it. There's a lot of different sections to it. And there's different experiences depending on the user. So if you're a parent, you're going to experience Google Classroom at one level. And if you're a teacher or a future teacher, you are going to be using Google Classroom at another level. At one level, as a parent, we're only viewing certain types of information. We're not creating assignments. We're not looking at different aspects of Google Classroom, and we're not really paying attention to a lot of the nooks and crannies, okay? The student is, mainly paying attention to that information. Now, as a teacher, we are using every aspect of it. We are assigning assignments, we're attaching, we're assigning grades, we're telling time frames, due dates, we're attaching materials, we're attaching videos, we're starting discussion feeds, we're talking about assignments, so on and so forth. There's so many different aspects of this program that are definitely underutilized. So I think that is something that I'm really going to start incorporating into my lessons for sure. Um, I think that I am definitely going to start using it a lot more and experimenting, especially when I start doing my tutoring. That is something I'm definitely going to start using because I think it's a really great way to communicate with the parents that I will be working with. Um, and I think over time, one benefit, sorry, that was my nephew in the background. One benefit that I think would be really useful and a major suggestion on parents' parts, from a parent point of view, please, school systems, offer parents a training session on how to use this program. I think it's very underutilized by parents because we don't know how to use it. So please, 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 in the future, I think if we continue to use this program, which I am all for, please offer some training resources so we can actually learn how to properly use it and communicate with you. Because I think that if we could use it properly and we knew how to use it properly, I think we would see more positive results from it for sure. So that's my podcast for today. We're talking about Google Classroom. I threw in a couple of little extras, to give you a little teaser for the next couple episodes. So, be on the lookout, but anyone can learn, guys. There's just different ways and different techniques and different approaches to going about learning. Whether you're the overachiever or maybe you're just not at the level you should be, but there's definitely accommodations that can be set in place for both sides of the spectrum for sure. So Google Classroom is going to be something I will use in the future, and it will definitely help in the progression of how we can help accommodate people to give them the ability to learn. So with that being said, this is your girl TJ. Catch you on the flip side. Peace.